interview. I wanted to listen a bit.
Can we get on here?
Really nice. Just happened to catch the news, and then everybody had to read. I'm not too big to fail. We saw three. All right. So I didn't know that. They have one. Did you go to the one in Washington? So they have one on like.
Hi.
I'm sorry.
Do you mind if I get them?
Please do. They're kind of getting tired of holding the signs.
Are you getting tired of holding that sign?
Mommy, look!
You gotta hold the sign. There it goes. Bail out this. No debt for future generations. You gotta hold it.
He's we're gonna fit around.
Anybody out there that can hear my voice, I want to tell you one thing. This girl right here is 9 years old. She owes more taxes than you do, and she does not even have a job. How does that make any of you feel? None of us should ever go through that tyrannical.
You're right.
Ever. That is ridiculous. We are here to protect them. They will help us. In the future, if we overburden them, they will overcome us. I need you to see a face. Look at the face of your children. Look at the face of everyone's child, grandchild, and understand they will carry this burden. This is the face of our new taxed slave, and that's my daughter. And that sucks. I don't ever want her to bear the burden for everyone's handout. I have taught her well to be self-sufficient, work hard, learn, and become the greatest woman she could ever be. If you tax her to death, she will be a slave and never become those things. One's out there, but I want that message to be spread. That is how you spread this message.
She was like, get off, this is our protest. Make people like Jason
Yeah. First guy gets it.
Was retired 4 years ago. 5 years ago, he was retired as an engineer from California. He wanted to sit on the north side and ride the ATV around. But then he noticed something. He noticed that his property taxes were going up and up and up. This is Mark Goldstone of the Arizona Tax Revolt.
He said inflation is the most insidious form of taxation. No, it's that much smaller because of this stimulus. We're going to be here about what it's done in the next 2 years. So, what this means is we're told by Washington that the county is tax.
Have you seen the What Will the Canadians Do? Anyone? Have you seen anybody?
The Arizona tax rule. We're promoting a property. To get one of these flyers, they're green. There's some on the tables up front. and contact your legislators. Let them know this is a must-pass. So this isn't a one-size solution fits all. This is the best solution for each one of us in each of our communities.
Mr. Ernest Hancock.
It is the same thing that we experienced before the shot heard around the world and the founding of this country. Because the Declaration of Independence, you know, a lot of people don't know, it doesn't really have a whole lot to do with the Constitution. It has a lot to do with the Bill of Rights. The Constitution was all about the power, the power, the power, the power. And Patrick Henry, Thomas Paine, these were the guys that stood up and said, what happens when you have the judicial and the executive and the legislative lined up against the rights of the individual? Then what? You find yourself in a free speech zone. That's what happens. So they wanted to put the checks on, if you're going to have this centrally planned government, then you need to have things that they can't do. The 10 thou shalt nots of government, the Bill of Rights. The Declaration of Independence made it very clear. If you're going to have any government, it needs to be there to protect the rights of the individual, or you need to replace it. Now, what you know as the revolution, it started here in Phoenix. It continues here in Phoenix. You may have seen some of our billboards. It's not my debt. The children, you can't go and morally and ethically and heck practically go and say, these young children owe our debt. We're going to tax, and we are going to indebt children that aren't even born yet. It is, not only is it wrong, it's impossible. It's not going to be able to happen. So this is what I want to make sure you understand. There is an entire generation of people that know the truth. They know the truth. They've known in the 2008 election cycle exactly how each one of these people voted. What their excuses were, what their reasons, and now what they're saying now. They got archived YouTubes coming out their ears. And you will see it in 2010. You have to understand, these young minds, they already know the truth. They know the truth about the Federal Reserve. They know that the truth about things like 9/11 is going to be from a love-illusion of them that love themselves, they love their family, they love their neighbors, and they know sharing the truth with them is the only way that they are going to know freedom in their lifetime. So we have a lot of respect for these young people, because I'm telling you, they're not going away.